Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, is on the ground in Asia with a congressional delegation and facing an ultimatum with China over a potential stop in Taiwan. Chinese state media says the island nation will face, quote, unbearable consequence if Pelosi goes through with the visit. This as President Biden faces growing calls to release a transcript from his 2-hour call with President Xi. Joining us, Huston Institute China expert Michael Pillsbury. Michael, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And please just explain to us where we are with this. Should we really see China as threatening military action over this?
Well, yes, I think they are threatening military action. And back in 1995, they fired 4 missiles near Taiwan, within 20 or 30 miles of Taiwan, to splash in the ocean. To kind of send a message that the U.S. was getting too close to helping Taiwan with independence. Now, Nancy Pelosi has been very careful. In fact, she's even been quite pro-China in her statements. She's making 5 stops on this trip so far that her office has announced. Hawaii for refueling, then Malaysia, Singapore, Korea, and Japan. She has not confirmed yet that she's going to stop in Taiwan. I think this is an election issue here because Republicans have been so strong on saying we're tough on China, you Democrats are not. It's also an election issue in Beijing. President Xi Jinping is going for his 3rd term, 15 years total. And this is a really core issue with the Chinese, that they're embarrassed that they can't get a deal on Taiwan. They can't persuade the government of Taiwan to negotiate with them. So it's a standoff, and these threats are now coming from a professor in Beijing as well as a former journalist. And they have the precedent of firing missiles and taking kind of scary military exercise actions where they fly bombers, nuclear-capable bombers around Taiwan. That's happened in the last 2 years. So we're getting into a dangerous period the next 24 hours, I would say, Joey.
Why is it so important? And this is a very simple question, but I think a lot of Americans need a better understanding of this. Why is it so important for the United States to support Taiwan in this?
Well, we made a deal over Taiwan almost 40 years ago that we would leave it ambiguous whether we would defend them. We broke our treaty. We took all of our troops and ammunition out. We took our nuclear weapons out as of 1974. So Taiwan's been kind of a sitting duck that depends on the goodwill of China. As our views of China have changed, that it's a far more aggressive power that seeks to replace us, this sitting duck on Taiwan policy doesn't look as smart as it was when Dr. Kissinger and others first implemented it. So the danger of, I would say the American public wants to support democracy, freedom, not have a war, get along with China. But all of these things are growing increasingly impossible to have at the same time, Joey.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want war with China. It'll be interesting to see if the Speaker of the House makes a stop in Taiwan, and we'll watch eagerly to see. So, Michael Pillsbury, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Joey.
Breaking tonight, a massive wildfire exploding on the California-Oregon border. The McKinney fire began on Friday. It's now grown to at least 30,000 acres. Mandatory evacuation orders issued for hundreds of homes. Tonight, with the hot and dry conditions, there are concerns the fire will continue to spread rapidly. Here's ABC's Alex Perchet.
Tonight, this raging wildfire exploding along the California-Oregon border. The National Forest Service estimates the McKinney fire has scorched between 30 and 40,000 acres in less than 24 hours, destroying several homes in the Klamath River community. Here, only a chimney still stands. Flames forcing the evacuations of more than 500 homes. The inferno spreading rapidly, fueled by the relentless heat and extreme drought conditions.
Really erratic winds from the start of the incident, extreme fire behavior throughout the entire shift.
This time lapse showing a giant plume above the ridgeline, producing dangerous lightning that can spread flames. Firefighters attacking it on the ground and from the air. So far, 0% contained.
And wait, tonight we're learning about 2 additional fires in the area fueled by dry conditions and brush. Firefighters telling us it's at a level we normally don't see until late August. Wait,
Alex. Now to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, expected to depart for her tour of Asia, a trip that is sparking controversy because of the mounting speculation that she might stop in Taiwan. The Chinese making strong threats if she does, but Speaker Pelosi giving few clues about her plans. Here's ABC's Lama Hassan.
Tonight, tensions escalating between the U.S. and China amid speculation that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi may visit Taiwan during her trip to Asia.
We have global responsibilities, whether it comes to three things, I always say: security, economy, and governance.
China is warning there will be serious consequences if she does go to Taiwan. China considers the self-ruled island as a breakaway province and has threatened to use force to unify the two. Just today, its military conducting live fire exercises in the waters across from Taiwan. Adding fuel to Beijing's outrage, for decades, Pelosi has been a fierce and outspoken critic of China, famously visiting Tiananmen Square in 1991. It comes just days after President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping spoke on the phone for more than 2 hours.
It would be important as part of our shared responsibility to continue to manage this in a wise way that doesn't create the prospect for conflict.
Now, in the past, China has been very clear about Nancy Pelosi, saying she is full of lies and disinformation. Now, if she does end up visiting Taiwan, she'd be the highest-ranking U.S. official to visit the island in 25 years. Whit?
Lama, thank you. And a quick programming note here. Tune into This Week tomorrow morning. John Karl goes one-on-one with Senator Joe Manchin on that major climate bill.
Got some sad breaking news to tell you about. Boston Celtics legend Bill Russell has died. He started his remarkable career at the University of San Francisco, where he was a two-time All-American. Russell also won 2 straight NCAA championships and led the team to 55 consecutive wins. He won a gold medal at the 1956 Olympics. For his 13 years in Boston, Russell carried the Celtics to the NBA Finals 12 times, winning the championship 11 times. He finished with 21,620 career rebounds. Until Michael Jordan's accomplishments in the 1990s, Russell was considered by many as the greatest player in NBA history. Russell's family tweeted about his passing just a few moments ago, thanking fans for keeping him in their prayers. Bill Russell was 88 years old.
Welcome back to Cross Country. As more and more Americans grow sick of Democrat radical policies, they're seeking refuge and moving to where else but Republican-led red state. One of the most popular states for these refugees to flee has been Texas. So I asked the people of Austin, what makes Texas so great? Watch.
Why do you think everybody wants to be a part of Texas?
Because there's nothing like Texas.
What's the best thing about Texas?
Freedom. This is a beautiful place, nature, the springs, the shopping, the people, phenomenal.
No income tax, that's right, and nice people.
What's the best thing about Texas so far?
The food and the people are nice.
What's the best thing about Texas?
The people.
People?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, the heat. It's just glorious.
It's hot, but it's more fun. It's amazing. Like I want to live in Texas for the rest of my life.
Better cost of living, love the economy, and
she moved from California.
Did she really?
Yeah. I know.
You got that bad? Would y'all ever consider moving to Texas?
Potentially, but not anytime soon. On the road, yes.
Yes, you would?
Yeah, permanently.
I'm from Mississippi. I got moved here 5 years ago.
What made you move to Texas?
Opportunity.
Would you consider moving to Texas?
It's too hot.
It's too hot? Do y'all like it here?
Yeah, a little warm.
A little warm? How do you feel about the new people moving in? Y'all not feeling it?
Not feeling it. Not feeling it. The traffic's getting so bad.
How do you feel about other people moving to Texas?
I'm fine with it. They should want to come here too.
If you're gonna move to Texas and be how Texans are, then you should do that. But if you're gonna come and think that it's where you're from, then don't come.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.